So, what do you do when you don't know how to do something and you want a result? Well, you can do two things. You can either learn how to do it or you can hire somebody else to do it for you. Now, in the book world, hiring someone else to do it for you is called ghostwriting. And I have some biases against ghostwriting that I want to share with you. First of all, nobody knows you like you know yourself. Nobody knows what you've overcome, what you've been through, what you've developed, what you've created. And a ghost written book is only going to be as good and as rich and fulfilling as the questions that the ghostwriter asks you. You're going to spend hours and hours and hours in interviews with a ghostwriter, and then they're going to write something and it's not going to be quite right. So you have to go back. There's a lot of frustration involved in this. And it's the truth of the matter is you're probably going to spend just as much time to write it yourself as you would in spending time with a ghostwriter and all the back and forth and trying to get things right. So what I do is I help you to write a high impact nonfiction book in an extremely streamlined manner. The first thing we do is we have a little conversation about who's your audience and what's the purpose of your book. Then we spend some time together to map out all the contents of your book so that when you sit down to write, it's just execution mode. You know exactly what you're going to do. And we develop your chapters in problem solution sets. You name what are the problems that your audience is likely to have, and through a very story-driven format, you present your solutions. And you know what problems they have. You've been with them and working with them, your whole life is led up to this, so you're not going to have any issues with that. Then when you start writing, it's pretty easy that you do have to put your butt in the seat and your fingers on the keyboard. What happens is you'll write the first chapter, then you send it to me, and I edit it while you're writing the next chapter. And we just have this round robin thing until you're finished. And at the end, when we've got all the chapters, I go through and do another complete edit to tie everything together. Now, I know that if you're going to spend the time and the money to write a book, you want it to reflect who you truly are. And a ghostwriter can't give you those things. So if you've been thinking about writing about your business or leaving a book as a legacy for your family and for others in your industry, I highly recommend you schedule a strategy session with me because I'm here to help.